Hello there, and welcome to another Roll Picking Dad video. Finally, another video. I'm not standing in front of a locker, as you can see. Standing in front of a U-Haul trailer. I've already picked up one of the two lockers that I won today. That's right, I won actually two lockers. I won them on my birthday. Yep, it's my birthday. So I actually had to hurry really quick and load this up because I've got plans tonight with my wife. But the other reason I didn't film at the locker is, well, honestly, it's kind of a sad story. I was on my way to pick up these lockers when I got a phone call from the facility. And I figured he's calling to say, oh, one of the lockers may be canceled or something like that. But he's like, here's the situation. Both of these lockers were owned by the same gentleman, and he's here now, but he does not have the funds. He does not have the funds to, to take the lockers back. He's like, I know you're on your way, and when you get here, he'll probably be here. And so I'm like, well, this is awkward. It's like, I would love to give him back. He's like, I can't give it to him. I've been dealing with him for 16 months. I've tried everything, but, he owes us, they sign a contract. And when I bid on an auction, I signed a contract. So I was committed to having to pay for the lockers I bid on. So long story short, I got there. He actually called the police because the gentleman was still hanging around when I got there, so that there was a police presence there. When I arrived, I went in and I said, I asked him straight up. I said, is the amount I bid on the lockers cover the cost of what he owes on the locker? And he was like, no, not even close. And so I was like, oh, okay, I understand. Because I was really thinking about, maybe I can get this stuff back for him. But I guess he owed a whole lot more. And anyway, so once I was there and I paid for the unit, the gentleman there at the facility said, can you please leave the premises? He did. And once he left, the police, of course, left too. So there was no he didn't get in my face or anything like that. But for me, it was really hard because it's like, this is their stuff, and I have to take it because, all the rules and regulations, he didn't, he hadn't paid up. He owed money. And so, yeah, so kind of a sad story. And I'm going to be honest, going through it already, I haven't gone through anything really. I just was throwing bins in. This one I may have paid a little too much, but I'll show you throughout the video why I say that. But let me show you what I have kind of so far, what I've seen, and yeah, we can go from there. All right, so I had this actually packed full, but I've taken a couple bins out. But the bins I've taken out look a lot like this right here. Lots of clothing and cloth. And unfortunately, the bins that aren't see-through are starting to look like that too, I think. So lots of bins. This thing is packed full. It's one of these U-Hauls, the 10 by 12 or whatever. But it's packed pretty much all the way with bins. And what did I bid on it for? I saw a couple things. I saw like an Xbox, but I don't know where it's at, and I don't even know if it's in there. I saw some signs of like maybe video games and some other stuff, but I was hesitant because I could see there were a lot of clothes, but I am hoping that maybe I'll find some like vintage tees, t-shirts or something. But right now it's just totes and totes. And actually I still have more stuff in my truck. So, and then in the truck, again, more totes. And like you can see, just lots of soft stuff. And this stuff's not good. Like that's an electric blanket. I can't even donate that. These boxes here are full of books. And honestly, some of the books I think are going to be what saved me. There are a couple cool things here, like some longboards. We'll look at those closer when I start going through stuff. And then I do see like signs of like some cards. It looks like some baseball cards maybe, and some other collectible type cards. So there might be some saving grace like that. So again, I'm packed full here. So the worst part though is how many like magazines and books are in here. I think there might be some personal I missed right there. I'll look at that. But a lot of it's magazines, and I just don't think that there's really any money in magazines. I think there are some comic books that I saw in this, but again, you can't even see it, but like this whole back is full of that. It's all books and magazines stacked all the way in on my truck. And that's the first locker. And I'm already concerned because I did spend over $800. I'm in close to about $900 right now with U-Haul trailer. And the second locker, I'll show you because I'm a little concerned because I think that they were literally storing empty boxes. Yeah, so when we get to that, I'll show you. So I might have overpaid. Again, I paid right about $840 total for the two, I think. But with U-Haul gas, I'm in $900 right now, and I know there's going to be trash fees with this. But luckily, a lot of this is paper and can be recycled. But yeah, I might have gotten myself in trouble. Happy birthday to me, I guess. Anyway, I got to get unloading this and go celebrate my birthday with my wife. All right, so I'm actually back at the facility at the second locker. I threw a couple items from the first locker so I could get that one cleaned out and the deposit back. But I just want to show you this one. I paid $410 for the one locker, $410 for this locker. I think this one might have been a mistake. Let me show you. All right, so I threw these mattresses in last night and this big old TV. But when I looked at this area here where the TV and mattresses were, was all empty pretty much. And then there's all these boxes stacked. And then you can see here there's these garbage bags. And they're not soft. You can tell like, oh, it looks like there's something in them. These look to be literally just empty boxes. Like there's nothing in them. I don't know why he has it wrapped in a garbage bag. But the boxes are all, I can just tell, they're all empty. So he had two of these 10 by 20 storages. And this one is full of a bunch of empty boxes. There is some furniture and stuff back here. And there's some other things, like I think a snowboard and stuff. So we'll go through it, but still. So where I'm kind of confused is why he had two 10 by 20 lockers. I mean, looking at what he has in here, and what he had in the other locker, especially if he just took these cardboard boxes out of the scenario and broke them down, he could have fit everything into one 10 by 20 and not have two 10 by 20s. So having two 10 by 20s and you stop making the payments on that starts to add up pretty quick. It sounds like the facility here worked with him for over a year trying to get him caught up, but they finally just said, we can't do this anymore. So I'm really torn. There's a party that really wants to like maybe reach out to him and say, hey, if you can pay the money I've spent, come get your stuff. But I have a pretty strict rule about I never contact the people who, whose locker I've obtained. It's just more for safety reasons. But this one's really a tough one. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I think I just got to move forward. Again, this one's hard for me. So anyway, I'm going to get working on this, cleaning up, and we'll get back to digging in some boxes. So you can see here, let me get this untied, but this one's only one bag, but some of these boxes are double bagged. But within the bag, it's just an empty box. That's all it is, just an empty box. Yeah, so I'm just gonna break these down to save me some space, but yeah, that's a little frustrating, but this has definitely been one strange trip on this whole locker buying experience for me, but here we are. Yeah, it's part of the game. I'm gonna break these boxes down and keep working. Well, it'd sure be nice if those were not empty. Some Fiesta wear boxes. Maybe I'll find those in the locker. I don't think so though. There wasn't a whole lot of kitchen in there. So there was some, but it wasn't dishes like this. So, it sure have been nice if those were brand new sealed, huh? But nope, they're just empty boxes. All right, I'm digging in. Look at this. This is piles of just cardboard, and I haven't even broke all of it down. These were all empty boxes. When I was getting into those garbage bags with boxes like this, there's boxes within the boxes. I can tell you what, if this product was actually in here, I'd actually be somewhat excited, but these boxes are literally just all empty. They held on to all their empty boxes. I just don't get it. So another thing to show you is these two bins right here are just full of empty medicine bottles. It'd be nice if there was coins or something in there, but these are literally just empty. You can just tell they're all empty. 2 bins of that. Looks like I do have a couple of snowboards here, but again, snowboards condition matters, and this one, I mean, there's duct tape on the top of it. That's not a good sign. But I'm going to sneak in and look at this other one that's in the case real quick. Actually, before we get in the case, there's some cross-country skis. Again, not great. Some lawn tools. That's a few dollars. I'm definitely not going to have to make money back in the other locker, and even that's going to be a challenge. Yeah, as you can see, this board is not in great condition either. It's a nice case, though. I can get somebody for the case. Maybe the bindings have some value. I don't know. I did finally find a box that had something in it. Oh, of course, it's an electric pump. Also, I found this $20 exercise ball. So, a couple items actually in here, not just empty boxes. And I believe these actually are bindings as well. Yeah, some K2 bindings. There might be some value in these. So there's a little bit of money back. Alright, back here we do have some furniture. It doesn't look like terrible furniture. It looks like we have a mirror here underneath this. Let's see if I... Yeah, so it's not terrible. Looks like the drawers are all empty. Nothing in there. Looks like it's almost a set. There's another little one out here. I'll walk out. Yeah, here's a little one. It's actually built well. It's made out of wood. They're definitely older, so just cute. This stuff sells easy, like in my little booth, the smaller furniture. Also, it looks like there's some type of wicker wood furniture here. Must be some type of pad that goes on that, I think. What's this in here? It's heavy. Oh, it's just some glass for a table somewhere. Oh, it's probably for this table. Yeah, it's probably for this table right here. Oh, my reflection's in there. So yeah, this is not a great locker. A lot of this is going to end up just being trash or donate. I'll try to save this, but yeah, this stuff is not great. I just wanted to show you some other things I'm dealing with. So like these plastic Adirondack chairs, they're not cheap, right? But I'm like, oh, cool. But then I get down in here, they're all damaged. They're cracked and broken. So, and they were probably cracked and broken before they were even put in here. So it just does not make sense to me. Same thing, this lawnmower. It says it's the blade's bent, it won't turn. I figure that's something I could fix. But again, if you're not going to fix it, why store it? Why not put it in scrap metal at least? I just can't wrap my head around that kind of stuff. I do have a couple bins. I'll just peek in. I have a feeling it's not going to be anything great, but looks like some more exercise stuff. Yeah, that looks like exercise. That goes to that air pump probably. Yeah, I think this is all kind of yoga and exercise. Yeah, here's a little air pump. Yeah, that's all exercise stuff. I mean, there's some money there, but it's not great money. If it was like weights, like dumbbells and stuff, those actually sell really well, but this stuff will be a little harder to move. What do we have in here? Almost feels like empty stuff again. It is. These bags are... Oh, no. There's something in them, maybe. What are they? There's something in there. ResMed. It's something medical. Oh, yeah. Oh, it looks like it's for a CPAP machine. I don't know if I can sell that stuff, but that's what it looks like. Yeah, CPAP stuff. I might be able to sell it. I just don't know. Probably not. And again, this all looks like CPAP. Yeah, that's a CPAP mask. That will just end up garbage because, one, they're used, it looks like. And two, I don't know if you can sell CPAP stuff, being that it's medical. Oh, somebody had some health issues, unfortunately, it looks like. Alright, I am finally back in my storage. It's been not quite a week, but I'm ready to go through some bins. Now, the amount of bins that I'm going to go through on camera probably going to be a lot less than you see here, just because how full they are of like soft stuff like blankets and towels. And, you know, I can already see it because the totes are clear. But there are some, like, clothing ones, like shirts and stuff. I'm definitely going to dig into those because there might be some vintage tees, hopefully some vintage concert tees. I just don't know. But, hey, let me show you kind of, you know, just in bulk some of the stuff I have. so you get an idea of why I won't be showing this all on camera. Here, let me show you right now. All right, so starting over here, this box, and then all the way over, plus over in here, they're stacked up too. All these little totes and cardboard boxes. This is all magazines, as you can see there, or books. A lot of books in here, so, but I did get a glimpse of some like older sci-fi stuff, which actually does pretty well on like Whatnot auctions. So what I think I'm going to do is pull aside all these boxes of books. And I'm not even going to go through them. I'm literally just going to take them back to my place. And we're going to hold a Whatnot auction, I believe on September 9th. There's going to be purely a book auction. And pretty much we're going to open on site. And whatever's there is going to be for sale. So, like I said, I know there's some stuff. I saw some, like, a full collection of vintage C.S. Lewis and stuff. And people do like the old sci-fi stuff. So, and I think there's some of that in here. So... but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so this stuff I'm not going to go through on camera here. If you want to see what's in these boxes, come to my Whatnot on September 9th. So another thing I found a whole bunch of that really have no value, I'm not going to go through on camera, are these VHS bins. Now I know like horror VHS and all that stuff can have value, but everything I've seen so far, I'll go through them, but it's family stuff. Here, I can show you what I mean. It's totes full of stuff like that right there. Those are all Disney. Ooh, they're the black diamonds. I'm rich. There's not a lot of value. Maybe one or two might be. So just the amount of stuff that I pulled out of this locker makes me realize that this person, whoever was storing this stuff, and of course the other locker where they literally held on to like empty cardboard boxes, they had some type of hoarder problem. But the interesting thing for me is they're very organized hoarders. It's very well kept. Everything's clean, folded. Usually when you get into a locker where people can't let stuff go and they're actually true hoarders, it's usually not this clean or organized. So I'm grateful for that. So, but monetary value, I don't know if there's a lot here. But let's find out together and dig through some bins. Alright, I thought I was recording when I wasn't, but so I went through a box. It was mainly office supplies, but I did find $4. Two $2 bills. Not a bad surprise. This is just like a little card, Rolodex, nothing real fancy. But in there was also 2 of these Texas Instrument calculators. This is the T86, TI-86. This one looks older. I don't know, but it says TI-82. Yeah, so this is a TI-82, TI-86. Both have their manuals, so I guess alright finds, but you know, nothing great. And then the rest of it was kind of personal, some checking. But that was in the first box that I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. Alright, we got a couple of shoe boxes here. Oh, look at that, an old Sony little like Dream Machine FM rock radio. It's missing its battery bottom. I'll have to test that. Probably works. Looks to be, it's a little rough, but that's kind of cool. It's definitely like got that 80s feel to it, like late 80s. So yeah, alright, that's not a terrible find. Alright, what do we have here? Oh, look at this. The guy was really into like surfing and sidewalk surfing, so those are little books and magazines. There might be a little value in this, but overall, most of this is probably gonna end up in recycling. But I'll set it to the side for now and do a little more research on that. Random stuff. What are those? There's some type of handle thing. Is that for skating? It looks like it is of some sort, but I don't know what it's for. It's got a longboard. Huh. I'll have to do some research. I do have a couple longboards I can show you. Yeah, I think this is all like, yeah, racing wax. This is all wax and stuff for longboards, I think. Or snowboards. Might be snowboards, actually. So, squeaker toy. Not great stuff. Let's show these. So these are a couple different longboards. This one's been ridden a little bit. Sub. I looked up the Subsonic. I looked up on just on eBay prices, and I didn't find this exact board. But these boards actually go anywhere from $150 to $400, depending on the one. There's a little Surf Plus. Doesn't have the tires on it. There's a pretty rough one, Flex Decks. A little smaller, again, no tires. And then these two look like two separate boards. There's two of them taped together. One's longer than the other, but they're definitely different boards. So I'll have to do some research on those two. This might be where I get some of my money back. I actually have one more I'll show you. Yeah, it's another one of these subsonics, but it's a smaller one. It looks to have very little use, if any. So, again, that could be a $200 piece. It could be a $50 piece. I've got to do some research, that is for sure. Not going to open this, but just a big tote of yarn. Some of it might be high-end, some of it might not. I'll probably just put this in my yard sale, and people will pick up a few skeins for $1 here, $1 there. Again, I can just tell you, this is not high-value stuff. I mean, this stuff is like market basket, or market, what's it called? Home goods, that's it. Type stuff, and it's just not well made. Again, I'll probably get $1 or less just in a yard sale. It'll probably end up on the road for free, this kind of stuff. What is this? Something. There's a bag. What in the world? Looks like a toy or something. Castle? Yeah, it's like some type of... Oh, I wonder if this whole thing is a castle. That's interesting. They put things away well, that's the thing. Yeah, this is gonna build a castle. Ooh, it got a kind of a funky smell coming out of here, though. Yeah, there's the other part. Or another part. How funny. I didn't... Like I said, that's... Oh, yeah, look at this. Okay, I'm gonna dump this out. This is all a bunch of, like, little castle characters. I don't think... Some of them feel like they're die-cast. Some feel plastic. Most of them feel plastic. Huh. Dragon. I find lots of dragon stuff. Their bases are metal, but the figures are plastic. That's why I'm hearing the metal. Huh. And that little castle. Yeah, we'll keep that all together and maybe sell it in a lot. It looks hand-painted almost, like they painted it themselves. Huh. Very interesting. I wonder if I'll find more of that stuff. Knight's Sword. Power Knights. It says motorized. What's motorized in there? Huh. Alright, kind of a cool find. Let's see what we have here. Oh, that little surfer. Little surfer, little one. Dreamcatcher that's all broken. Alright, what's in here? Oh, is that change? Or is that something, BBs or something? Oh, all pennies. Yeah. Oh, a whole bunch of pennies. Yay! Now I'm up to like $3, maybe. Oh, that might be a picture album. Oh, it's empty though. Nothing in it. A little hat from Banana Republic, but it's pretty... Same thing here. This hat here is not in very good condition. That's kind of cool though. A little wood duck carved. There's a fish too. Not bad, I guess. Oh. You can put your weed in there. You put something in there. Oh, something. Must have been a school thing. That's just wax and candles. So, alright, little container. What do we have in this bag? Oh. Looks like random miscellaneous stuff. That's a box. Little jewelry box. And then these are keychains. Foreign coin in there. Got ourselves a shark tooth. Ooh ha ha. Medals and pins and badges. So I'll set this aside and try to put a lot together. Track and field. See, some of that stuff's not going to be anything. But there are some little foreign coins in here. And medallion. Oh, a peace sign. Or whatever that's called. Not a peace sign, a yin-yang. So, that might be an arrowhead. Almost looks like they were making that arrowhead to me. Alright, not great, but kind of fun little finds. We got some cassette tapes here, but they look like mixed tapes. Celtic sea salt. Yeah, fish. at 11,996 at the Palace. It almost looks like they probably recorded it while they were there. Maybe I'll set that to the side, but there's, you know, being in Vermont, fish is a pretty big thing. Snowboard, Adidas snowboard, some type of transfer. I don't think there's anything in the chocolate box. You were so stupid! There's nothing in the box! Name that movie. Well, that's kind of a cool old cigar looking box thing. Let's see if I can get it open. Oh, it slides open. Yeah, just a little, looks like a little cigar box or something. Kino. Was that a game? Must have been a game. Oh, that's heavy. Oh, little quartz type rock. Well, I'll set that to the side. Oh, cool. That's fun. BB King ticket, 1995. Has a little pin and a pick. That's kind of fun. Yeah. I'll set that to the side too. Great blues player. Oh, be a diamond ring. Oh, wait. Nope. It's a cat. Meow. My little girl's gonna want that. And a kayak. Okay, that was kind of a unique, quirky box. Oh wait, there's something in here too. It looks just like paper, but what is that? An old clock or something? Barometer? I don't know what that is. Huh, I'm gonna set, oh, bumping my camera, sorry. Set that to the side. Another keychain. Looks like it's the ski pass almost. Some dog tags that look fake. Oh, and there's a live driver's license in there. I'll set that to the side. Some more guitar picks. Alright, here's another one that looks just random. Whole bunch of cassette tapes. Looks like mostly self-recorded. So, there might be a couple in there that aren't, but no real value in that. That, Locker Food Challenge. Then we try those gumballs. Oh my goodness, yeah, those goes right in the garbage. Another cassette carrier. Let's just see what kind of, these are red tapes. Heidi's Song. These look almost like kid tapes. Yeah, these are these, oh, I remember these tapes when I was a kid. We had these read-along Disney tapes. If I find the books, maybe I'll lot them up. Yeah, that's funny. I remember those. Looks like there's some more of those type of kid. Yeah, they're like kind of, I remember this stuff. That's all like kid type audio. Whoa, wait, Willow? Really? What? Oh man. How fun. Classic movie. Yeah, that's probably, man, that's too bad it's all beat up. I still, you know, I'm going to set that to the side because Willow's still got a following. Maybe somebody could press this. I don't know if it's worth doing that, but this looks like some type of paper mache thing we made in school. Giant wooden pickup sticks. Oh, yeah, they're in there in a bag. Missing the lid, but those are kind of fun, I guess. A little lumberjack on there. Wind in the Willows, Peter Pan. Yeah, this is all children's tapes. That's kind of cool. Outdoor Swimming. Probably went in some type of cooler or something. Oh, cool. That's like a gyroscope still in the package. And something else. Light crystal. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, like a little gyroscope, light crystal, and something else. Magnetrix. That is cool. Definitely vintage. I'll set that to the side. Sweet. So these books are here. Some of them. The books on tape thing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is my childhood right here. We had some of these. I remember these. How funny. Yeah. Oh, these ones are, this one has the vinyl in it. But these ones are the book on tape here. Kind of cool. Oh, there's Heidi's Song. So that was one of the tapes. And then some more little books or maps or something. Looks like they're little books. Looks like it's a journal of some sort. Think about, yeah, they look like almost school books, but they're vintage. I'll set those to the side. Those might have a little, you know, somebody might have interest in those, so pretty cool. All right, my camera keeps doing something weird. I think I got most of that last bin, but I've been recording, and every once in a while my camera all of a sudden stops recording. I'm not sure why, so. Okay. This is the one I thought had potential, but I think I've been trolled. I thought I saw G.I. Joe cards. Those are just G.I. Joe tissue packs. So, not what I was thinking they were. What's in here though? This looks like it has some fun little trinkets. I'm gonna have to get, no, I'm gonna get a bin to dump stuff out in real quick. This bin almost looks like it was this Boy Scout type bin. Alright, let's dump this out. Paperwork. Nothing real great. That little Florida pen holder thing. Lucky Bird. Oh, it's a little animation. Yeah, just little cheap tchotchkes. Nothing in here that has a lot of value. There's also a patch for the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. That's kind of cool. I remember that show. So, and then I found myself a gun. Gun found in locker. Yeah, little trinkets. Yeah, this guy really was into surfing though, it looks like. I keep finding some surf stuff. Alright, what we got in the box? Something in this one. Literally looks like beans or seeds of some sort. Luckily mice didn't get in there and get that. Let's see. Stickers. Yeah, this is like some craft who's making a rock craft. Little fish in there. Just, yeah, I'm just not finding a lot of sellable stuff. When I'm doing this, I'm looking for items that are either eBay worthy or whatnot worthy, and I'm not seeing a lot here right now. Oh, look at that, Donald Duck. That last locker I got, the gentleman was really into Donald Duck, so there's a little Donald Duck, I think it's a pen. Kind of cute, the pen probably doesn't work. Old cigar holders, that one's smashed. Don't think there's any money in that. Yeah, this is all just not great stuff. Alright, another bag of just, yeah, like, this kid just held on to everything. I just don't see, there's like one little marble in there, and a bunch of little yeah, it's just not good stuff. And, yeah, that's one thing I've, you know, since I've started buying lockers, I've come to realize is, it's easy to hold on to stuff, but man, it sure feels great when you let it go, because, you know, I have 2 kids now. Down the road, I don't want my kids to have to clean up the mess of my hoarding, if I, you know, so I've started to really let things go. Hey, alright, 50 more cents. And I really am trying to minimalize, be a minimalist in my life and not hold on to stuff, you know, except guitars. If I find guitars, you can never have too many guitars. There's a little Mickey Mouse thing. Try not to dump this out because it's just rocks and stuff, but I'm adding to it. I got another $2. Alright, what is that? $8, $9 maybe? Oh, little bolo tie, little Boy Scout bolo tie. That's cool. Yeah, the one thing too, like, I can't wrap my head around is how often I just find random rocks in lockers. People hold on to rocks. Hey, another. Add 50 more cents to that. So you think there's any value in G.I. Joe tissues? Kind of opened? Maybe. Oh, what's this? Little cigars again, it looks like. Yeah. Just empty. Little cigar box. Oh, look, another G.I. Joe. Oh, I thought those were going to be stamps. Just empty. Notebooks. Yeah, just little notebooks. And the rest of these look like, yeah, there's some old Scout books. That one looks older. It might be newer, though. Just with an old picture. This looks like just some type of writing book type thing, organizer. Oh, bummer. Okay, I got scolded. I got trolled again. Is that the term, trolled, or not trolled? I thought I saw cards. It's just index cards. I thought I saw some sports cards in here. Nope, they're just index cards. So these are older though. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, I'll set the older Scout stuff to the side. It might have some value. That doesn't. Plastic utensils that look like metal utensils. Any value in that? I don't think so. And then, yeah, just little collectible pens. There's a Boston Red Sox pen. I find these all the time. So, again, just not great stuff. Do I sound deflated? I'm a little deflated. So I think this one turned into more of a hassle just with everything that went on, having to get it and take it away, and and then finding that the one locker was just empty boxes. Yeah, just a little play, but you know what? I still have hope. I really do. I think that I'm going to find enough stuff in here. I'm going to get my money back, but yeah, this one definitely is not going to be a home run, but you win some, you lose some. All right. Found another 50 cents. Woohoo. Rather that be a Morgan dollar, but hey, not bad. 1974, so that won't be silver or anything, but 50 more cents in my pocket. All right, so this bin looked like it had t-shirts in it, so I thought I'd grab it, see if there's anything good in here. That just looks like a blank, in okay condition. Excuse me, dust. This would be a cool shirt, maybe, if it didn't have holes all through it. Again, it probably was like that before they even put it in here. So it's just like they can't let things go, I think, because yeah, here's another. These shirts are just they're torn. Ornette France, really cool. They'd be vintage. Yeah, these are single stitch, but they're just falling apart. He wore them till they fell apart, but then he put them in the bin after he was done, I guess. Again, it's like these old surf shirts I probably could sell if they weren't just destroyed. Yeah, there's a graphic on the back. Single stitch. Yeah, I think it's single stitch, yeah. But they just aren't in good enough condition, I can just tell. Maybe I'll find that, see that just says Vermont. Now if it was just, yeah, see Adidas. Yeah, there's just no real value in this. Yeah, these shirts are also worn out, and they're not really, I mean, if they were concert shirts, I'd probably try to save them, but I don't think that what's in here is gonna be even worth, like I said, I'll try to take the stuff out that's donatable, and if I see anything that's worth selling, but most of these are just, for me, donate. There might be one or two shirts. I mean, it's just a regular plain shirt, so. Come on, find those like vintage concert tees. Save me. I just want you to get a sense of this. This whole bin, they just stored in these bathroom caddies. 3 or 4 of them, and that's what's in that bin. And there's several bins like this throughout the thing, I think. I haven't looked in all of them, but. Alright, what do we have here? Paper. Oh, lampshades. A couple lamps in here, it looks like. A little jug lamp. That's actually kind of ugly. See if there's another one in here. Yeah, it looks like this might be a jug too. Yeah, it is. I like that one better. Yeah. Alright. Well, we'll just go like in a booth or in my yard sale for a couple dollars. Alright. Oh, look at that. Got a scale. That looks like a golf cover. Club cover. Teapot, pan, some type of ice holder or something, paper towel holder, so just your basic kitchen, yard sale, probably more likely free pile. I guess the one thing I have a lot of though that have, I guess, some value, maybe a couple dollars, is all these totes, because I've got stacks of them. This is the stuff I'm not going to be showing you. I literally just have probably 100 totes of this stuff, curtains and pillows. I don't know what I'm going to do with this stuff. Most of this is going to go donate. This one looks like, oh, it's clothing, but I don't know what that was. Halloween bin dress up. Huh. This doesn't look like Halloween bin to me. Just looks like sweaters. And there might be some nice sweaters in here. Let's see. Wiley? I don't know. I have a hard time selling women's clothing. I used to do Poshmark, but you just have to stay on top of it so much. It almost becomes a hassle. But yeah, just clothing and blankets. Yeah, it's all clothing, blankets, and coats. Meh. Even the small totes. This looks like it's a bunch of belts. Maybe a tie or two. Yeah, it's a bunch of belts. There might be one that has some value. I don't know. Oh, that's a hair thing. I'm like, whoa, check out that belt. But that's like a hair. So, yeah. I'll have to go through these. That's fancy. Got a little horse on it. But not great. Alright, there's some Burton snowboard boots. They look to be in actually really good condition. So, that I can get anywhere from 20 to 100 bucks out of maybe. Who knows? I'll have to do some research, but I'm guessing closer to $20, $30. So those little things add up though. So yeah, I'm literally going through these bins and opening the tops real quick. Because like I said, the majority of them are soft. So I'm just setting the soft, like the blankets and the stuff to the side. Like I said, if I see some clothes I think are worth looking at, maybe we'll do that. What is this? Hurley. Just a little Hurley sweater. Needs a washing. But we do have, oh, all the cases just feel empty. They are. So like pretty much anytime I'm finding a case or a box, the chances of it having something in it, it's 0. So far. Maybe 1 or 2 items, but wow. Let's see what else we have in here. Oh, this box has something in it. Maybe. What is that? Just an air freshener? I don't know what that is. Sharpener. Oh, it's a pencil sharpener. We're off this. Oh, got myself some Hot Wheels. That's coming apart right there. And then what's this one? Same thing, coming apart. Little matchbox. And a book. Rogue Warrior. Are you a Rogue Warrior? And the Constitution of the United States. Alright. Oh, what do we have here? I was gonna say this is heavy. Got a little Bose system. Look how disgusting and grody that is. Oh, little alarm clock. Electronics, another alarm clock. Guess they needed a lot of alarm clocks. Then we have a keyboard. No, oh, another. Oh, hey, that's not bad. Bose right there. Right speaker back. Of course, something on it's not working. I'll look into that. And then it's a little iPod. One of the older ones. Oh, there's a name on that. I might have to blur out, but see if I can get that up and running. It's not the old ones, but it's probably like 2nd or 3rd generation. Okay, this isn't terrible. Except for the weird gunk that's on that one. Oh, I have to wash my hands. Looks like some more kind of electronic stuff. Oh, some type of Star Wars computer game it feels like. I don't know if that's what's actually in there. Oh, and then here's a little game controller, flight thing, wingman. That's very old electronics, though. Again, I just don't know if there's any value in that. High-speed internet. And this is a modem box that feels empty. Yep, just has the cables. Yep, the amount of empty boxes that are in here just mind-blowing. So, yeah, I don't think there's any real value in that. Like I said, even this game, I don't think. I'll look into it, but I just don't think there's a lot of value in that. Alright, another random box it looks like. Oh, that looks like the Ferrari symbol. Oh, hey, look at that. That's kind of cool. I don't think that's a very high-end watch, though, but that's cool. Alright, something new and still in the box. Sweet, that's cool. I'll set that to the side. Lake Wobegon Days, Garrison Killer. And we got ourselves a Bob Ross calendar from I don't know when, 2021. Coca-Cola wallet of some sort. First aid kit. Huh. Alright. Oh, now there's a wallet. Yeah. I need a new wallet, but I don't think that meets my standards. Huh. Night Brights. Cute little, just probably Walmart or Kohl's, yeah. Not a lot of value there. An empty coffee can, it looks like. Yep. Rockin' roasting coffee. I mean, why are you holding on to empty coffee things? I just don't understand. Just little things. A lot of these just will end up... What is this? J1 CD player. Oh, wait, what? Oh, it's for a bathroom? It's a radio and CD player. The back is just all broken, but honestly, I think that's never been used. Huh. Alright, I'll set that to the side. What else do we have in here? Some type of thing. It's all covered. Some coffee or animal something. Little emergency light. Yeah, doesn't seem better days. Oh, what do we have in here? Oh, these are some type of fossil dinosaur bone, it says. Fossil horn coral. Yeah, this is just little fossils and stuff. And I think that I'll just put that all in one lot and probably sell that on a Whatnot auction. So it won't be this next Whatnot auction. The next Whatnot auction will just be books. So September 9th. But again, I am trying to find stuff to sell on Whatnot, but right now in this locker, I'm not finding a whole lot of items. But maybe I'll make that a lot and sell that right there on Whatnot. Alright, more randomness. These look like literally empty beer or whatever. Oh, there's something right here though. What's this? Bud Light beer shirt. New in the package, I guess I can sell that. Don't know what this is, some weird fan. Portable fan of some sort. Little canteen from EMS. Booker, yeah, True Bourbon. They may have had an alcohol problem too. I don't know. And then in here, it looks like some type of sporting gear. Yep. Oh, lacrosse, it looks like. So, trying to sell used sporting gear. I don't know how well that will go. Yeah, that's pretty rough stuff. So, I'll look at it closer. And if there's anything I feel can be sold, we'll try to sell it. Alright, this is heavy, whatever it is. What in the world? Sears Tower. What is this? Is that a tape player of some sort? Off blower lamp? No, I don't know what that is. Automatic remote 500. Oh, it's a projector. Oh, my finger's caught in it. It's an old projector of some sort. Yeah, again, projectors not high value, I don't think. Here's what you always love to see. I can't get it open. Oh, it's Christmas. Oh, there's like an advent calendars. Oh, those are kind of fun. Maybe I can use those for the kids. Whole bunch of advent calendars and this stuff. Oh, there's a book under there. The Christmas train. Alright, it's Christmas. I'll keep it in there for now. See if there's anything else. That's it. Oh, I just got my advent calendars everywhere. Alright. First we had Christmas. Now we have Halloween. And again, Detective Pumpkin, huh? Don't know what that means. Just not high-end Halloween stuff. But I'll put it in my booth, sell a couple bucks here and there. Again, every little bit's going to help me on this locker because I don't think I'm going to have any real big ticket items. Oh, how exciting! An Xbox bin. But knowing how much I found that's empty, my chances of actually having stuff in here, I don't think that's what's supposed to be in there. I don't know. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, some part for an Xbox. Intercooler STS. There's two of those in. I don't know. That one doesn't feel like it's in there, to be honest. Charge base, empty. Empty. Yep, so that means the Xbox is empty, I can tell you that, because when I picked the bin up, I could tell it was light. And I can, to be honest, I have not seen any signs of video games in here. So it's like they stored... There's some PC games, but again, not as valuable as like the Xbox, and I'll set those to the side, but I don't think there's any real value in them. So I'm going to sneak this into the final video. I actually came back here to grab books to get ready for my book auction that's going to happen on Whatnot on September 9th. But I forgot, there was one bin that looked like it might have comics, and that's the only bin there is. But it did have a few comics They're not in the best condition. We have some G.I. Joe here, G.I. Joe Snake Eyes. Those are probably the worst condition ones. A couple James Bond ones. This Ninja something. Ninjak? I don't know what that is. There's a few of those. A whole pile of like different Indiana Jones. There might be a little bit of value in these. A couple Wolverine, who's my favorite comic book character. A few Wolverines, a couple Green Hornets, a couple Batman, and then these are like kind of miscellaneous ones and stuff. We got some Hook, Dark Hawk, with Spider-Man on it, Bloodshot, and then there was one bag. So this, I thought I had saw some cards, so I did. I wasn't crazy. I thought this is this one bag of Valiant cards. It looks like Bloodshot, and then I think this is that Ninja one. And then there's just a stack of other there's a Kung Fu magazine, martial arts, but I think down here, improvised ninja smoke devices, sweet. Got Star Wars Insider, Lucasfilm Fan Club. Those might have a little bit of value. I don't know. There's a Sean Connery. Yeah, so I better find out of most of the stuff I found in here. So yeah, I almost forgot to point out the greatest thing in this whole pile. A Gummies Bear dot-to-dot book that has not been used. I don't know if any of you remember Gummy Bears. I remember Gummy Bears. How funny. So anyway, yeah. But again, not a whole lot here, but there's a little bit of value. And definitely one of the better finds in this locker. All right. I think that wraps this video up. I know there's a ton of bins behind me, a ton that I haven't gone through, but I've peeked in them. 99% of it is this stuff right here. Blankets, towels, clothes that are not in very good condition. As I stated earlier, I really think these people were hoarders. They had a hard time letting things go, but they were organized about it. That's the one thing that I just surprised me, is just how organized they were. But the stuff they really held on to, probably had sentimental value, but not a lot of, resale value. So then that's what we're in this business for, is to try to find things to help, resell or to resell. It's a sad business. Like I said, that, this one was hard for me, just knowing that the gentleman really wanted the stuff back, but couldn't get it back. And then, there's only so much I can do. So when stuff like this happens, it's a little harder for me to say, hey, I want to make a video. I really contemplated not making a video, but I decided to make one to kind of show, the ins and outs, the pros and cons of being a locker buyer. And this one's definitely a con, with the whole situation of, having the police called, dealing with the tenant. Luckily I never had to talk to him at all. They were really accommodating to try to make sure that, there was no interaction. But with that, on top of it just being not great stuff, these are the challenges of being a locker buyer. So, it's not all, gold and cool toys. There's a lot of trash, and sometimes it's a bust. And I really do feel this one's a bust, especially with the time that I have to put into this to get rid of all this stuff. So yeah, not the best locker in the world, but I'm grateful to be able to be doing it, and I'm grateful for you all watching. And if you are enjoying this content, as always, like, share, subscribe if you haven't. And yeah, just thanks for watching. Stay kind. A little kindness goes a long way. Peace.